What's up, everybody? This is Bobby from Fight Junkies. We're back with another dope episode. I got a friend of mine in the house. You guys may have seen him on Venice Beach, ripped as hell with a crowd of people following him, chanting Conor McGregor. He is a beautiful doppelganger. He's also a prankster around Las Vegas, and he's a pro MMA fighter. I got Marcus Deegan in the house.
What's up, bud? What's up, guys? Thanks for having me. Good to be here.
Was that a good intro?
That was a great intro. It gave me goosebumps.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, I used to do a lot of prepping and questions and all, and I'm like, it just seems superficial. I'm just not that dude, you know?
Yeah, and people can kind of tell when you've like pre-written questions. It's better if you just go organic, I reckon.
Yeah. I watched some of the first few episodes of Fight Junkies, and I'm just like, it's cringy to me, you know? But we all got to find our voice. We got to find our flow.
Yeah, and it's difficult in this podcast industry, man, because there's so many people doing it. You got to have a little edge, I suppose, and you've just... I think one thing that the audience can tell is if you're bullshitting or as if you're putting it on. You've got to be natural. You have to be organic, because if you're not, people see straight through it, you know?
Yeah.
As I'm sitting here dressed like fucking Conor McGregor. Let me just put this belt down.
That's the best clip of the whole.
You gotta be organic. Be yourself as I'm sitting here dressed like Conor.
So tell me about this belt, man. I've seen you with this belt a lot. Obviously, replica belt, right?
Well, but it's actually
I don't know. You could have got gifted this from a champion, for all I know.
So I think one year I did Conor for Halloween, and I said to my wife, "I've got to get the belt, but I've got to get the authentic belt." So we ordered that from the UFC. I think it was like $600 or $700.
Yeah, they're up there.
And a funny story about that belt, actually, I was at an after party with Conor, and he was on the stage, and he's like, "Pass me the belt." So I had the belt with me just like that. So I pass him over the belt, and he takes the belt, and he's taking photos on stage. But then when he handed it back into the audience, he didn't hand it to me. He handed it to somebody else that decided to take off with it. So I had to stop them from doing that. So it's a funny story. I nearly got my head punched in because of that belt. But I got a lot of people that have signed the back of it. A lot of fighters have signed the back of it when they're on the podcast. So don't ask me who it is. There's a million of them, and you can never read those signatures. But yeah, it's a great little, it's a great ornament, and it's very heavy. People don't realize how heavy those things are.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Have you seen one of those before?
When I was at the Apex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've taken I brought my dad to the Apex. Thanks to Ellen Berger, we got to get in the octagon with my dad, and we got pictures with the belt.
Oh, that's awesome! Yeah,
yeah. Shout out to Jake Ellenberger, he's the man.
Yeah, that's one thing I love about fight fans. They always go full out. They're either buying the t-shirts or buying the belts or spending heaps of money going to the shows. Even though fight fans can be absolute jerks online, the way that they speak to these fighters and the way they, the fans go back and forth.
They're brutal.
If you're a Khabib fan and a Conor fan, have you seen the way they go at each other on Twitter and stuff like that?
I love it. Yeah. I absolutely love it.
I used to take it really personal because, with the whole Conor thing, doing the whole Conor thing, I used to get horrendous harassment, right?
You got a bunch of Dagestanis in your DMs talking shit?
Absolutely, 100%. Death threats on her. They would take photos of the casino that I was working in at the time, saying they're waiting for me in the car park and funny things like that. So there was a time and place when I was doing the whole lookalike thing, where if I was doing an event, whether it was at the press conference or at one of the weigh-ins or whatever, I have to bring my own security with me now because people wanted to hurt me.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like my wife is saying, "Hey, there's those guys over there are looking at you. You might want to settle down a bit or whatever." Even though it was just all in good fun, it took a bit of a serious turn towards the end there.
What's funny about the internet, and when people especially someone like you are also, whether you portray a character, which I think there's not a person on the earth that wouldn't have taken full advantage of what you did too, if they had the ability to do so. I think it was a great move, but people forget in real life, you're also a real badass. Yeah. So, you're cool, calm, collected. We're a little older. I don't want to certainly get into some shit, but if they come at you, you're going to hurt them. People forget because of the computer screen that these dudes are actually, you don't look like that because you're eating fucking McDonald's every day and just trying to, talk shit online. I see you training. So good for these people. So go ahead, try it. I'm going to be behind him with a Beretta. So I'll be your security. Let's go.
The thing is that once again, it's just in that day and age where everyone has the ability to say whatever they want online. Back when I was growing up, that wasn't something that was done because it was sorted out face to face. For instance, I went to the Khabib Tony Ferguson press conference. I went completely dressed as Conor. I mean, I'm talking limousine, I'm talking the belt, the glasses, 5 security guards with me because I was told if you come here, if you come to this event, you're going to get hurt. And this was a bunch of Russian dudes were saying this to me. So I thought, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to go anyway. And you know what, bro? You know what they all did?
Took pictures with you?
Yes. Yep. They all took photographs with me. That's what they wanted to do. So look, you know, it's just a bit of fun. I don't really take it that. It used to really, really affect me, like the hate I used to get, but it doesn't anymore because
they don't hate you. They don't even know you.
No, they hate Conor.
Yeah, which is fuck. You know, who
But
cares?
you know how famous Conor is when his impersonator has to have security. That tells you how famous that guy is. When a lookalike has to get security.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but it's,
You know who I've been talking to? Lookalike Logan Paul is a lookalike. Not Logan Paul is his Instagram handle. He's gonna come on the show next time he's in town. I should link you guys up. You two doing a show together would be really cool.
Yeah,
Logan Paul and Conor have a lot of beef because Dylan Dennis is gonna fight. So, you know, Conor McGregor sitting with Logan Paul would look really cool on a podcast.
Way ahead,
you know,
brother.
Yeah.
Way ahead.
Oh, you already know him?
Well, I've called him out for a fight,
Oh,
and he didn't want any of it. So
really?
no.
Yeah. What's going? So let's backtrack. We're going. 100.
Wait, we're just sitting here having a conversation.
Yeah,
Is the show on? Are we already on? Are we? Let me take,
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to take these glasses off if
Yeah,
you don't
same.
mind, just because, you know, I don't want everyone to call me a dick for wearing them throughout the whole show. But
I'm gonna switch hats.
You're
But
gonna
Black
switch-
Rifle Coffee. My dad's I'm an Iraq vet. My dad was in the rubble at 9/11. If there's not a family you can get behind, we need more of this Black Rifle stuff. I love your coffee. I support you guys, and we're family because we all went to war together. Let's go. Black Rifle.
thank you for your service.
Absolutely.
And you mentioned that your dad was in the rubble at 9/11. He's still with us, though, right?
Yeah. Well, yes. He took the day off on September 10th and went to a Yankee game. So we called a guy named Maurice Barry and said, "Hey, can you work my shift? I'm going to the game tonight." Maurice Barry died working my dad's shift in 9/11.
Wow.
37 guys from the Port Authority Police died in the towers.
Wow.
So then I was like, well, I got to do my part. You know, I got to go over to the war or whatever I was thinking at that time. It was almost 20 years ago. But yeah, if my dad did not take... so that's why I love the Yankees. You know, people, oh, you like the... I'm like, not am I just from the East Coast and New York and New Jersey, but the New York Yankees saved my dad's life. If he didn't go have a few beers with the guys, he would have died in the Twin Towers.
I hope
So
you've got a New York Yankees tattoo on you somewhere there.
I got a big tattoo for 9/11 on my chest.
Nice.
Yeah, with dog tags and
Nice.
memorial tattaoo.
Nice.
So
Respect.
you have no accent at all. You're from California?
I said to someone the other day, or well, maybe last month, they said, "Where are you from?" I said, "Australia." And they're like, "Whereabouts in Europe is that?" I said, No, that's Austria.
Oh, they don't understand that. How do they not know?
Because America is the only, to Americans, they're the only country in the world. They don't see outside of this country. So that's what I think it is, that people just aren't. Now it's a little bit different because Australians are a little bit more mainstream now. But when I first came to America 24 years ago, there was no Aussies over here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. Being a military vet, I speak 3 languages, you know, German, fairly good Arabic. I'm working on my English. But I've traveled the world.
Yeah.
Most people, like you said, they're still in Kansas in their little fucking city.
Yeah.
That's all they know. They're drinking Natty Light with their uncle, you know, which is cool.
Yep.
But then you meet somebody that's clearly from
Yeah.
that part.
I mean, I did 15 countries with Thunder from Down Under before. Like, I toured for 5 years. And in that 5 years, I went to 15 different countries with the show before I based myself here in Vegas. So I've done the whole travel thing as well, pretty well traveled. So, and it definitely makes it makes a difference on how you look at life and you know, how you see the world and your maturity and stuff like that. So
Yeah, perspective.
perspective.
Yeah,
right.
I still have people that they get mad. They're like, you know, and I love America. I still believe it is one of the greatest countries in the world, but I say one of now. I used to say it is the greatest country in the world because I've traveled. I've lived in I mean, we're not just talking visited. I lived in Europe for 6 years. Like, I speak the languages. I speak fluent German. I've seen, like, cultural differences that would never happen in Europe that are happening here, and it breaks my heart. You know, I hope we get back to that. But perspective on life, it's like... I get a lot more. I'm a lot more well-rounded than a lot of people. I mean, they get, especially like I drive Uber sometimes on the side, and people get in. They're like, they don't want to get in. They look at me and they're like, "You just got out of prison or some shit." And by the time
they say that.
No, but I tell them, what do you think I just got? Like, I know what I look like.
So you got your jokes that you use to every person that comes in that always gets a good laugh.
Yeah, and but it's true. You know, a lot of people put people in a box. So if they've never traveled the world and met people, they just got this one idea. Yeah. So what was you grew up in Australia?
Grew up in Australia.
What was that like? Because we all see the Marcus Deegan now. We see, you know.
Yep.
I don't know much about your.
Grew up in a. I don't want to say it was. I mean, it was a lower class area, but it was Australia, and I had a pretty great childhood, and grew up there. And then once I got into the entertainment industry, when I was about 21, I started breathing fire at like hair shows and stuff like that. So I was a fire eater. Initially started off as a fire eater, and then I started doing this thing called flim flam stripograms. You know, when you knock on the door and you dress as a cop and you open the door and say, "Hi, is the Bachelorette here?" And then I would walk in, and it started in a little living room, maybe 5 or 6 girls, and I'd get $100, and then I ended up getting into a big show, traveled the world, came to America in 2001, just before 9/11 is when I moved here, and started performing with Thunder from Down Under in the casino, and retired from that just before COVID.
Can you explain Thunder from Down Under?
Thunder from Down Under is like the Australian version of Chippendales, but with a little bit more. Well, they're all Aussie guys for one, and yeah, similar to Chippendales. So, but I was the host, I was the MC, so I would come out on the microphone and get the crowd going, bring the old ladies up on stage, do the competitions and stuff like that. I'd take my shirt off at the end.
Did that play a big part in your fitness? Because you
absolutely. I was in shape all year round. Plus, I shot, the time that I was in Thunder, I shot 16 calendars, 3 front covers, and then 16 calendars that came out every year. So I was always in shape, always lean, always in shape. Then when COVID hit and they closed the show down, I started my podcast, started doing it from home, started interviewing all the fighters and stuff like that. And then when everything opened up and they wanted me to come back, they couldn't afford me in the end. They didn't want to pay me the money that I was used to getting, so I just walked. Yeah. And now I've just kind of been feeling myself out, because I've been Marcus Deegan, the Thunder from Down Under dude, for the last 30 years. It's only since COVID finished and I'm trying to work out who the fuck I am. Like, am I a podcaster? Am I a host? Am I the crazy lookalike dude? Am I what? Who am I? What am I? What am I doing?
Bro,
I don't know what I'm doing.
I relate to that so much that you just said that, because I don't know I'm trying to figure it out, because I went from, military 18 gone until my mid 30s. I was either a sergeant or working for the DOD, and then I got out. I went to barber school. I went to cosmetology school. I was going to do the hair thing, and then COVID hit, and I'm like, well, I got kids, I got a family I need to provide for. So if I go to school again, the military will continue to pay me every month, and I could, provide. So I went to film school all during COVID, but I did it more for the money because they paid more in San Francisco for film. But I'm like, I don't know who the fuck I am. Now I come to Vegas. I'm remarried. I have an 8-month-old now. I got one in high school, a couple in middle school, and I'm like, now I'm doing podcasting. And I used to get a lot of shit. My ex used to say, you're all over the fucking place. You do a lot of stuff. But I've realized now, especially in like the entertainment business and being in front of the camera, we both know so much more goes on behind the camera, that I'm a huge asset, because I could be the camera guy. I can give my big bro a fade if he needed to this morning and make you ready for a podcast. I could do so many things that I've literally, like I said, I'm an asset, and I don't feel like a liability anymore, because
See, the beauty that you have though is that you're only 36 years old, right?
37, yeah.
37. You're not even hit your prime yet.
Yeah, I've done so much. Once I hone in.
At 40, bro, you hit your prime. Then when you hit 40, your mindset will change and shit will start changing. It's a bit different for me. I'm 53 on Saturday. So I'm like starting to panic a little bit more, because I lived a rock star life, traveling the world, boozing, drugging, and banging women for my whole life. And now that, the last 10 years, I've got a beautiful wife now, and I've settled down, and I'm clean and sober, but I don't know. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. I'm not sure, but I'm not worried about it, because God never gives us anything that we can't handle, and I'm just leaving it up to I'm obviously doing everything I can in myself to get something happening, but ultimately it's in God's hands as well.
I had a conversation with John, he owns the studio, last week, and I was getting real stressed out about the show, and he was like, "You need to slow down." And I don't know what that. I don't know how.
Yeah.
I have to go with that, especially being sober now. I can't slow down because then those fucking. And I tell people, like, I will never be healed. I got scars and I got wounds that will never be healed. I'm in a much better place now, but I'm always going to be fucking broken.
Yep.
But now I just use it as fuel.
You have to. That's all you can do. You can sit around and cry about it, and I've done that. I've sit around and ho-hum, I broke my neck. I fucking don't have any money. Ho-hum, fucking no one. Like it. You just can't. You can't be like that because if you be like that, that's how you are.
And if I give myself any ample time, then I will end up being in those. You know, too much time is the devil's playground. So
especially for recovering addicts like you and I.
I'm psychotic in my head if I'm alone. Yeah.
Boredom and uncertainty can be a huge trigger to get back on the booze or to get back on the drugs. Trust me, it's you don't want to have free time on your hands because you're just sitting there thinking, you know, fuck, just a few of those and I'll be able to think of something.
Yeah, I'll be
You've got to
fine.
be real careful, yeah.
So I'm doing lines at 6
fair
in the
play to you for
morning.
being sober. It's not and the fact that you got sober and that you're staying sober means that you have got something that a lot of people don't have because a lot of people cannot get sober. They die, they go to jail, they lose their family, they lose their money. A lot of people can't get sober, so fair play to you for doing it because not a lot of people can. That means you're special. That 400 million sperm that you passed by and got into your mum's womb, that wasn't by accident. 400 million sperm and you were the one that got, you were supposed to be here. Yeah. So just remember that if you ever think about picking that shit up again.
Yeah. Well, when I say sober, I was addicted to opiates. I was doing Roxy's, and it went into
say that word again.
Yeah, I went into snorting heroin for a little while, and I had a lot of friends overdose and die. Because of that, I did some trips to county and had some shit over my head that, thank God, is now gone. But because of that, I lost custody and the rights to my daughter. Now I have my little girl and the boys, but I raised the boys and I adopted them. They had my name, they still do. But to make my own little baby girl who looks like me and then lose her when she's 8 and have her ripped from me because of my addiction. Now I'm remarried and I have an 8-month-old daughter, and I refuse. But I still will, have a beer here and there. I'll drink a Happy Dad. Alcohol's never been the issue, but I can't go near any pain pills, no opiates. But when I say alcohol, like, my wife laughs. She's like, yeah, he'll drink a half a beer a month, because I also don't want to go down that route. But yeah, no, I don't. I never went to. People say, "How do you?" I never went to meetings. I've done that. I've been in and out of NA since 2004. I just went in to make everyone around me fucking happy. I never did it for Bobby. So I believe, we gotta. That's so fucking crazy that you said that. You're trying to figure out who you are too. I resonate with that so much.
It's kind of embarrassing a little bit because I should know who the fuck I am at my age. But I've just had such a crazy life and I've just done so much. And I thought that Thunder from Down Under was going to be forever. And I never would have had to worry about anything ever again. And I used to get paid a fuckload of money working for that company. But it wasn't. And I didn't plan for afterwards. I didn't. But the beauty about living in America is that you can do anything here. The land of opportunity. It is the land of opportunity. It
literally
absolutely is. You can do shit over here in this country that you cannot do anywhere else in the world, including Australia. So,
have you thought about doing your own Thunder Down Under type deal? Since you obviously know how to run the business, you set the standard. You're a leader. You got the, all the knowledge in the world.
Yeah, we have. We've been discussing it the last about a year. Me and my wife have been discussing something like that. But once again, it's just a matter of getting an investor because that, if you want to put together a quality show like that, as you know, shit costs money. You know what I mean? You can't have stuff that looks good like this, good production, great cameras and everything without, it's got to look good to look professional. So, but definitely thought about that. Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. I just posted last night, maybe we'll get a Barber Junkies barbershop.
Oh, yeah.
I stopped cutting hair because of COVID, and I had only did it out of passion, and then I eventually did it professionally. But God, I always say, if you put so much time and experience into something, if you have the opportunity to do that, fucking do it.
Yeah.
You're ahead of the game already.
I've already got it all in my back pocket. So yeah, definitely on the cards. Just once again, it's more of a financial thing for me. I know that I could easily do it. It's just about getting the right investor.
Yeah. So what's going on now? I see, and I didn't say anything but for the last month, but I think you put it out in the open that you hurt yourself.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna put it out there. My coach advised me not to, but I wanted to be transparent with this journey that I'm on. The only reason why I wasn't going to mention anything about the injury is just because I've just been fucking injured for the last 4 years. I had broke my neck. I've had multiple surgeries and treatments over the last 3 years. Finally, I'm good, and then I do my Achilles.
You're just gonna pass by that you said you broke your neck?
Yeah.
I broke my neck.
Yeah.
We're good, you know?
Yeah, I broke my neck and then had to get a titanium plate and 6 screws put in there to keep my head held up because my discs had all diminished and crushed. So yeah, I just got over all of that. And then I hurt my Achilles, but it's nothing. It's not as bad as I thought.
Yeah.
So I'm in training camp now for a fight. I got contacted by Celebrity Boxing a couple of months ago and asked me if I was interested in doing a bout. I said that I was. They want me to fight. They wanted me to fight a Conor troll, someone that hates Conor. So they want me to do the whole. They want me to do the whole lookalike thing again, but I don't do that.
You're torn. Yeah, I can see it.
I don't do that anymore, right? I'm not that. I kind of moved past doing the whole Conor McGregor lookalike thing just because I just grew out of it and I had achieved what I wanted to achieve. I got Conor's attention, became buds, got to hang out, got recognition, got to promote his whiskey. So that was my main goal, was just to get close to Conor. It happened, and once I did it, well, all right, I don't know if I want to do the whole Conor thing anymore. Celebrity boxing's like a gimmicky, you know, they have all the different impersonators, and they had Lamar Odom and Aaron Carter and Kim Kardashian, and they've had Flavor Flav as the MC, and so it's a whole, I don't want to say like a WWE performance thing, but it's like an entertainment exhibition bouts between celebrities, right? I'm not saying I'm a celebrity at all. So they wanted me to fight a Conor troll. That kind of fell through. And then I heard that Paulie Malignaggi, that he wanted a little bit. He wanted to have a fun bout with me. Mind you, the guy's a world champion. I've never had a fight in my life. I don't know what happened with that. We had a little FaceTime conversation, and a couple of other names have come up, but I want to get the one that fits. You know what I mean? I want to get the right opponent that fits what I'm trying to do here. If I'm going to bring out the fake Versace shirts and the fucking proper 12s and the belts and the glasses again, then I want to be able to fight someone that, you know, so it works with the story. And I'm doing it just to show that, you know, my fitness level is still where it is. My physique is still where it is. I'm punching hard. I'm gassing out after 30 seconds, but I'm working on that. And yeah, and it's going to be a fun thing. I've always wanted to do it. I've never done it. I've always wanted to do it. I've always wanted to have a fight.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Right? Even if it's only once. Even if it's only once, I just want to do it. I want to do the walk, put on the gloves, do the press conference, do the face-off, ask the questions, do the training, do the nutrition. I want to do it all, just to say I've done it.
Do you know Overt PJ? Happy Punch promo, the owner? Mm-mm. I'll connect you guys after this. Mm-hmm. He's in that whole celebrity, like friends with KSI and all them.
Oh, okay.
He's in that world. That might be another, because they're doing
the Misfits.
The Misfits,
yeah.
He's a part of all that stuff too. So no opponents right now?
No opponent right now.
What weight or does it matter?
I'll be 173, which is light heavyweight for boxing.
And you won't be cutting any weight for that?
I'm about 180 now, but I'm lean. So yeah, I won't cut. I mean, I'll be able to. I can put it on 5, lose 5 easy. So yeah.
And muscle, people would look at you and say, muscle's heavy. People think like, oh, this guy's shredded.
Yeah.
How does he weigh that? Well, muscle is heavy as hell.
Yeah.
170. So who do you have anybody in mind? How's it? Are they like?
I wanted the not Logan Paul guy. Apparently he didn't want it. So I don't know what happened there. Who else did I just want someone that fits really. Put it this way, I've been calling out my haters, because they like to talk shit online. They like to DM me and tell me how whack my boxing is, tell me how you don't look, you're a dick, or you're a kind of dick rider, you're cringe, what are you doing? Grow up, you're too old, running around. Why are you trying to be another man? They don't fucking get it.
They're jealous.
They don't get it. I don't want to be Conor. Obviously, I can't be. I'm Marcus. I'm not. Yeah, okay, you know what? Yeah, I am a dick rider. There you go.
I'm a Conor dick rider
too. Which one's my camera? This one right here? That one right there? I am a Conor dick rider. I am a, Conor's nuts are in my mouth. That's one term that you guys like to say. But if you guys could, you would be as well. but it's not like that. So a lot of people don't understand is that it's not. It looks, admittedly, yes, it is cringe. It looks cringe, and it looks.
You've had too many people in your messages talking shit that you're starting to. It doesn't look cringe, dude. I'm fucking proud of you. Fuck all you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
They're jealous. They wish they were here.
But it doesn't affect me that they think it's cringe because what I've got out of it has far more exceeded anything that they could say to me. You know.
But has anybody that's doing better than you ever came up to you and been like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
No.
Yeah.
You're right. No.
Yeah, so fuck you, motherfucker. Enjoy talking shit while your dad pays the internet.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. But see, the thing is with like what people don't understand is that, like for instance, with Conor, when I first started doing this lookalike thing, I would go to every event that he was at, and people would say, "He's not going to like that, man. He's going to hate that. He's going to think that you're making fun." It's, you know. But slowly and surely, he would start seeing me, and he'd be. And then he'd see me and Jenny. Jenny was with me every time I've been with Conor. Jenny's been there as well. And he would be like, then it started off as a wave, and then it would start off as a point, and then it would start off, come over and let's take a picture. And then on my 50th birthday, he followed me on Instagram and sent me a happy birthday message. That was because of Jen. Jen messaged him and said, "Hey, he's your biggest fan. If you said happy birthday for his 50th, he'd love it." Bang, the next day, happy birthday, Marcus.
That's a win for...
I know, right? Right? So, and then he started following me. When my dad died, when my dad just recently passed away, 3 days after that, Conor FaceTimed me, and we did a Instagram live, 5-minute Instagram live chat, right? When I went into hospital with pancreatitis, fucking blew my bowel out, got pancreatitis, nearly died. No one, you know who did message me? Conor. Conor messaged me and said, "Hang in there, brother. You're still in the game. Listen to the docs. Everything's going to be fine." When you get messages like that from someone that you idolize or love or your hero or whatever you want to call it, see, I get shit for saying that as well. Then it means something. When I spent quality time with Michael Jackson, right, that was the highlight of my life. Hanging out with Michael Jackson was the highlight of my life, right? Hanging out with Conor was the same kind of feeling, you know? MJ was super nice to me, super cool. Conor, super nice to me, super cool. Never a dick, always cool. Always cool to my missus. But I don't go talking about all that because, you know, I don't know why. I don't want to brag about it. I don't want to...
Yeah, it's your business. But you can too, you know.
Yeah.
I get some hate too. People are, I'll wear the fake chain, you know, because it looks shiny on the camera with the, like, who gives a shit? You know who I care, like, what they think? My dad, my wife, and my kids.
Yeah.
Everybody else, kick rocks. Granted, we're in a business where we want people to watch us, and I'm still trying to, that's something that we can talk about, man. I'm like, we talked about our identities, but people don't. You guys see podcasters, right? You used to like, oh, look at this guy starting a podcast, whatever. I had to learn how to speak again because of the pauses, and I think today we've been talking over each other a little because we don't have the headphones on. It's an art to podcasting. Like I challenge you to go ahead and sit in a room where there's 7 cameras and other people that you guys don't see, and try to just have a dope conversation like you're in the kitchen and no one's watching. It's not easy. It's an art. It takes time. It takes reps.
You're so right.
But at the same time, there's so many people that are doing it. Like you said earlier, I'm trying to find things different. And that's why I relate to you, because I see you going to the Strip. I go to the Strip and do interviews. I haven't because it's been so goddamn hot in Vegas, but that's going to be like a weekly thing with Fight Junkies. I go to the Strip. I did the Fight, Fuck, Kill, Conor McGregor, Dana White, Mike Tyson.
I saw that.
Yeah, it's the best.
I saw that.
But like, if I could ask you.
Is that Travis?
That is, yeah.
Travis. What's up?
Okay, I'm just going to interrupt.
No, you're not interrupting.
What's up, dude?
I love it.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Oh, yes.
You remember Jenny, my girl?
Jane. Hi, Travis. I feel like we met like prior.
Are you busy? What are you doing?
Well, I was just going to help her out with some weird technical thing, but
I was gonna say, come sit down.
Look at this guy.
Come say hi for a
Good to
minute.
see you, buddy. Good to see you.
Yeah, Tom.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
So.
That's genuine love right there.
Speaking about being nervous and doing podcasts, when I did my first ever podcast in a studio with cameras, like you just said, It was with a guy called Faison Love, who's an actor, and Travis was my engineer.
Yeah.
And one thing I remember, I was so nervous, I was so terrified, and Travis just made it so comfortable for me. He just said, just go behind there and just jump up, and then we're going to do this, and then and so he really, really, really helped me out. So I've never, and I was absolutely devastated when he left. Because I used to love working with Travis, so I'm just really, really happy to see you again.
Well, you have a home here at Sticky Paws too, obviously. But I like you were really good before I even met you, because like I never saw any of your content before I met you, but now you're posting some old stuff, like the Michael Jackson thing, like you yelling at that guy, you're threatening to beat him up. I thought that was so fucking funny. I was like, at first I didn't even know it was you. I was like, who is this guy? And I'm like, and I look closer, I'm like, oh my god, it's Marcus Deegan.
Pretty good makeup, right?
Yeah, I'm like, holy.
Yeah.
But there's just something weird about seeing Michael Jackson like go deep voice and like
in an Australian accent on steroids, yelling at people. Yeah, but no, Travis was just such a great, and I really loved going in there. And I was very sad when you left, and it wasn't the same after you left. And I'm really happy to see you again, bro. It's really good. I love seeing people that you haven't, especially people that you like. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
So yeah, it's good to see you.
I didn't want to crash your podcast, but it was like.
Not are you just one of the owners? I love you so, and you guys have a genuine relationship.
That's amazing. Well, I mean, it's awesome that you're here. I'm so glad that you're still in the space and you're still talking about this stuff. But,
yeah, of course. I had a little bit of a pause for a while, but hey, it's in my blood,
Yeah, no, you're an entertainer by heart, and you have like this energy that's super attractive that brings everyone towards you.
And I'm sober now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I haven't. It'll be 2 years since I've had a drink.
Oh, really? But you're still repping the proper 12.
Absolutely, I got to still represent. My mouth's watering a little bit.
Well, you just need to take it out, pour some Mountain Dew in there or something, and pop it on there, and then just be like.
But no, I'm happy for you, man. You're killing it, and you're so young, and you're so talented. And are you still doing the cartoon?
No, dude.
See what I remember
Blast
the cartoon.
You remember the
past.
cartoon? From the last you remember, all of the footage was stolen. All of my backup hard drives were in my backpack and was stolen out of my car after I left to the other studio. And ever since then, it's been really depressing because I lost everything. So I rebuilt it since then. But then I'm so busy here, I don't have enough time to dedicate to it enough.
Yeah.
And
You
also,
got a great girlfriend now.
Yeah, I got a girlfriend. I'm going to Japan soon, so she's like she's from Japan, so I'm going to be traveling abroad, so I'm going to become a more rounded person.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm a different person, but I'm excited for what holds the future. What do you got going on? What do you got going on?
I'm training for a fight right now. I've got a fight on pay-per-view, Fight TV, coming up in October 14th. I've got my first boxing fight ever. I'm just, I've just recovered from my injuries, and I'm just getting back into everything again now. So I'm trying to get back into the whole scheme of things.
So that's really aggressive, and having a goal like that, especially after an injury, probably helps you heal a lot better. Mental?
Absolutely, it's all mental. I mean, it's all mental. It has to be.
Yeah.
You've got to succeed in anything in life. You can look like Rambo and you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have it together up here, it's nothing.
Yeah. It's staying headstrong. That's how I like do it. But I focus every day. I focus on like the habits I do every single day, and then you look back in 10 years, you realize that you've gotten so far. So if you just like kind of focus on the day, just accomplishing your daily goals, then you'll be on track.
One day at a time.
Exactly.
Yeah. Look at him. He had long hair when I met him.
Yeah, all down on my shoulders.
Yeah, I did.
Really?
Yeah, long hair.
Yeah, I cut it off. I cut it off for to be a lead actor in a film. Worst mistake ever.
Well, you can grow it back. I like that.
I can grow it back, but I like it. I actually need a haircut. Bobby.
I like the Harry Potter look. I'm loving it. I love it with that.
I change my glasses every day. I change my outfit.
Yeah, I love it. Well, I'm happy to see you, bro.
Yeah.
And,
okay. This is a great reunion.
yeah,
I'm glad we got this on
it is.
camera.
Yep.
You get
I'm
my
glad.
genuine reaction on camera.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I'm gonna give you back. And also, I need to talk to you about getting me a haircut and teaching my girlfriend on how to barber.
Okay.
All right. Awesome. That's it. Hold on.
Good to see you, brother.
Marcus.
Love that kid.
Well, if things go how I hope they go,
Yeah.
you're going to see him a lot more. We're going to talk about that. We'll grab a bite this week. I got to talk to John.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because doing a podcast alone, I haven't met anybody with that I've laughed genuinely. We message like we've been friends for 20 years.
Yeah. See, that's when you have a connection with someone like that, a genuine, easy, like you said, like you've known someone. I believe that actually means something.
You got to hold on. You got to hold it tight.
You'll find this very hard to believe, and my beautiful girl will back me up on it. But she is my my number one mate. We're together all the time. She's the only one I spend time with. I literally have I don't have any, and this is by choice. I don't have any friends, really. I'm a loner. I've got my animals and I've got my missus, so I'm always opting to meeting new friends.
Well, my wife is the same. I'm only with her, my dog, my daughter, and I think I've been through so much with her, and like she got me post sober, but she went through the custody. She's been through like so much that she kind of holds me tight because I'm such an outgoing, loving person that I get people take advantage of me and they'll hurt me a lot. So she keeps me like in a box. She keeps me in check because a lot of people want to be around me, but then it's not genuine all the time, you know.
It's funny how life, like,
yeah.
How.
So I have no friends.
No, we're the same. We're the same.
By choice too, because I talked to like 2 buddies that I was in Iraq with, and other than that, I changed my phone number when I started the show because I had people from high school. We're talking over 20 years. I'm coming to Vegas. We should get together. I'm like, I did a GoFundMe 4 years ago to get gas to go see my daughter. Crickets. So like, no, we shouldn't fucking hang out. People forget. I don't, man. So, yeah, I think when you meet somebody that's also in the fight game that has a good, you know a lot about mixed martial arts. You've been following it for probably since the beginning of UFC. When did you get into that? You came out here, you were doing that?
My first fight that I ever went to was Randy Couture, Chuck Liddell 2, Pamela Anderson and Cindy Crawford was sitting right in front of me. And that was the first, and that was in 2005. And I believe it might have been 2006. No, but 2005. That was the first one I ever saw, and I've been a fan ever since then. And then getting the chance to interview them all, and then getting the chance to run around and look like one of the best ones ever. It's just been I'm just very thankful. And now I'm having my own fight. Now I'm meeting you. I get to see Travis again, and it's just, I'm feeling very grateful today.
Isn't that great?
It is. You have to have gratitude. I do feel grateful today. And then look, I get to go home and be with the most unbelievable human being I've ever met in my entire life. And I was telling her last night, I was like, you changed me. And she goes, how did I change you? I said, because I never thought that I'd be able to settle down with just one person. And I never thought I'd be able to not be on drugs or be on alcohol. Or I never thought that, I'd start to turn into kind of the better version of me is because of her. 100,000% it's because of that woman that's sitting right there that
I love that you're giving her all those flowers because you can ask anybody in this building. Everywhere I go, I'm talking about my wife, and it's almost to like an annoyance. But they haven't been through all the shit that I've been through, and this lady, literally with $0 in Southeast Texas in a fucking little shitty RV. Stuck by my side, and she's gorgeous. She's 10 years younger. She could have had any millionaire. She's from Napa, California. She didn't need my fucking 37-year-old ass going through custody shit. She could have been like, I'm out. And at one point, I told her I would have no hard feelings, but she fucking stuck by me. So that's literally the same.
For her too. Look, I can see you getting emotional now.
Yeah.
Your eyes are getting watery.
Yep.
Same as me.
Well, I don't get to meet. And by the way, guys.
Why is she? Because I do the same. I always get watery. But your
I cry all the time.
Now. Look, her eyes are watery too. Oh, you're laughing.
I just posted, I think the last podcast I talked about how I related to Mike Tyson. I've seen Mike Tyson get some shit from some of these young ass kids who don't know struggle and pain, and they say, Mike Tyson cries a lot, he tears up a lot, and I'm like, that's the baddest motherfucker that's ever walked this planet. I tear up a lot. Like I said before, I'm always going to be broken. I'm never going to fully heal, but I'm slowly filling in. I'm still bleeding, but I'm not.
Bro. It does. You're still young.
Well, I think losing my daughter, is a hole I can't fill. Because even though I will see her when she's older and she gets a voice,
it's a hole you can't fill now.
Yeah, but I'm never going to get the little girl back. All that time will never be there again. And that's the one thing that's hard to deal with,
But you got the little 8-month-old, so you got.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not bleeding out anymore. But so when I see Mike Tyson tearing up, I'm like, I get it, and that's why people say. That's why my buddy John and boss, he had to say, you got to slow down. I mean, when I say like, I'm sending
it's
video.
It's like we're on Adderall, right? It's like we're just doing everything 100 mils in it. Yep, I feel you.
I've had my dad say like, are you on drugs? Have you realized? I'm like, no, This is just who I am now. Probably damage the neurons in my little itty bitty
Absolutely.
brain for sure. But I can't slow down. That's why when people say, "How do you at later in life starting a show when there's 700 million? How do you think you're going to succeed?" Because there's no other fucking option.
No, there isn't.
Who else is going to the strip and doing interviews? You're the only person I've seen do that. And I love doing that shit. I can't imagine how much more we're going to do when it's not fucking deathly hot outside.
Well, that's the only. Winter's the best time to do it because it's just too hot in the summertime. You can't do it here. Yeah, Fremont Street's a good place. The Las Vegas Strip's a good place. And
yeah, Fremont. They kicked me out of there. I couldn't have a camera or something. I got to get a permit or something like that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you have to get a permit, right?
But
which is nothing. It's free. It's just, but you can only stand in one area, I think, in the little circles, right?
I'll stand there I'll make a big thing that says Fight Junkies.
Yeah.
Make like a green screen behind my back. We're definitely going to do more episodes. I think we needed about 5 hours, How we doing on time?
Don't get
Okay, so 10:30 is not a hard out?
10:50.
Okay. What time you got to be at the thing? You got 15 more
11.
minutes?
Yeah. 11. Like it opens at 11 till 2, so I've just got to be there in
okay.
between 11 and 2.
So I wanted to dive in some of the current state of MMA right now, because obviously you've been watching it a long time, and I'm gonna ask you about the lightweight division and Conor, and like obviously the last 5 years it seems like it's been a big up and down for the champ, but it seems like it's been the same exact people, and if you can agree, I think Tony Ferguson, with all due respect, I don't know if he's gonna get that belt again. Unfortunately, because I love El Kukui. How do you see the upcoming fight with Islam and Dubronx going, and like Chandler and Conor, and like what's your opinion on the state of the lightweight division?
I think that it's always been a tough division. That there's a lot of killers in that division. I wanted to see Islam and Volk go at it again, personally, because I think Islam really got tested in that fight, and so when it comes to Conor could lose another 5 times and still be the most popular prospect in the UFC. It doesn't matter, because he's reached a status that people either want to see him win or people either want to see him lose. So either way, people are always going to watch. As far as I think that the Michael Chandler fight has to happen, because he'd be contracted to that. So saying that he wanted to fight Charles and then saying that he wanted to fight Gaethje, those are all on the cards, pending on the outcome of this Chandler fight. Chandler just seems like another bit of a Chad Mendes to me.
Same.
You know what I mean? He's a little shorter. His range isn't as long. He's got those short bursts of power like Mendes did. He's a great wrestler, but I think that Conor's just going to piece him up, man. I'm sorry, I just have to say it. And I like Mike Chandler. I have a lot of respect for everyone, but Conor's my guy, and I think he's just going to piece him up. Conor's just way too good with distance. He's a sniper when it comes to placing his shots. He finds the chin every single time. He can fight going forwards. He can fight going backwards. He's good at closing off the ring, and he hits hard. He's been out for a while. I'm a little bit worried about ring rust, but he's done it. Look what he did. Look what he did with Khabib. He went 4 rounds with Khabib after having a bunch of time off, had a shitty camp.
Cowboy Cerrone, 40-something seconds after being out 2 years, right?
Cowboy Cerrone, exactly. So, people can say, oh, he's been out for a while, but he's always done, great when he comes back in. So I'll look forward to seeing him dust Chandler, whether it's in December or whether it's in January, getting that one out the way, and then maybe another fight with Gaethje, and then who knows, maybe a title shot after that. But once again, I keep hearing that. And I forget who said it. Was it Sugar Ray Leonard or someone said, it's hard to get up and go running at 4 a.m. in the morning when you're sleeping in silk pajamas or something like that.
Yeah.
Does the money have an effect on people? I don't know. I've never had that kind of money. Would it? Does Conor need to fight? No, absolutely not. So why does he fight? Why is Conor McGregor coming back to fight? Why? Because he's a fucking fighter, and that's what he does. So Yeah. Look, either way, have you been here on a Conor event? Have you been to Vegas when Conor's fight? Have you
No.
been? It's a whole different. Like we've been to every single Conor fight, but we've been to other fights as well. It's not the same.
I've never been to anything besides the UFC Apex.
Oh, we got to go to a Conor fight, bro.
Yeah. I've just been out of, and then dealing with all the. I just haven't had the
Yeah,
ability to go. But
yeah.
now we're getting in a better position.
Yeah.
So definitely.
I think. I don't know. I think Charles Ollie, great fighter. I've always loved him. But I think Islam for that one.
Yeah. I think if the Charles that just showed up against Dariush shows up, it's going to be a long night for Oliveira or for
Islam.
But yeah, Islam. I looked at Islam and all those Dagestani guys much differently until that young stout Australian put it on that son of a bitch for 5 rounds. I look at them all maybe I don't look at them differently. I look at
Volk differently. Yeah.
Because I would literally put him up against any 55 or any 45. I don't see him losing until he decides to just call it and go hang out with his little girls and
He's
his
incredible,
wife.
isn't he? Yeah.
How-
What he used to look like when he played football?
Yeah.
When he was like 200
He
plus
looks like
pounds?
a fire hydrant. How is he? Have you been home? Have you visited back Australia? So can you, for us ignorant Americans, can you explain the New Zealand Australian thing?
2 different countries. They're just close to each other.
So it's like Yankees, Mets. It's like
yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's a friendly rivalry.
Okay.
Yeah, between whether it's sports, or Aussies and the Kiwis. Yeah, but it's a friendly rivalry.
Yeah. But if that's like the military, we'll talk shit about different branches, but nobody's allowed to talk shit to any of us.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, how have you been? Any fights over in Australia? Have you been back?
Haven't been back for 10 years.
We should go together.
I want to take her first.
I'll bring my wife. You won't even see me. We'll just fly together.
I haven't been back for a while, just because I had a bunch of visa issues over here to where I couldn't leave the country for a few years, and then COVID happened, and so it was 3 years and 6 years.
Well, I will
and then-
divorce my wife and marry you if you need me to.
Oh, really? You need a. That means you get an Australian visa,
And you'd get.
an American one.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We'd make cute babies. It's 2023.
Yeah, we can do that now,
We do
right?
that shit.
Yeah.
So, my dad went to Australia with the Boy Scouts in the 70s, and he said it was one of the coolest places he's ever been.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool place.
I definitely want to go to Australia. I want to travel with my wife and my daughter. If I hit a scratch off, which I don't do, so it's probably bad. I'm never going to hit it because I never play them. But
Well,
if I did,
I'll tell you what though, you never will if you say it like that. You got to
Yeah.
say, "I'm going to hit it one day." I don't care. It's going to happen. I'm going to hit it.
but I never play. So, but if I did play, we've been talking about moving to South America and just living off $5,000
Go
a
to
month.
Thailand. Yeah, exactly. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I had a super good time. I know you got stuff going on this afternoon. We'll definitely do more of these.
Yeah, it was just good to come in and just get in front of the mic again and have a just a cordial conversation. And I it was I brought all this. I came kind of.
I appreciate that.
And you know what? And I did it. And I don't really do it anymore. But I want to do it because it's fun.
And I asked you like 5 times if you could.
Yeah, but I just want to say, people, you got to realize that some of us aren't as strong as others. Your words do mean a lot. You got to be careful with what you say to some people. You guys get a little bit too much free passes being able to say what you want online behind the computer. You got to have a little bit more respect than that and watch what you say, because words have consequences. Okay, you got to be careful of the words that you say to people, especially people like me, because if you run into someone like me, I'm going to call you out on your bullshit. But I do love you guys and I respect everyone, and I'm just happy to be here. Look at this guy; he's got the belt on. Looks so good too.
See that shit? Champ shit only.
Yeah, champ shit only.
We got to get Conor on Fight Junkies.
We could.
Well, we got to get him. You got to get him on your show first.
I don't have a show at the moment.
we're going to talk about that.
We'll talk about that for sure.
I appreciate you guys. It's good to meet someone that's just like me.
Yeah,
There's
man.
not many of us that
Yeah.
we're lone wolves who've got a lot of scars, but we healed up and we're helping
Yeah.
others now. So
I appreciate you having me on the show, and I love your studio and everything, and I'm glad that I met you, and I look forward to having being mates.
yeah, absolutely. There's a lot. I get shit sometimes. Like, you guys are always talking about. My wife's like, "What is it? A fucking therapy session?" Sometimes with your guests. And I'm
Absolutely.
like, "Yeah, it is. Like,
Yeah.
we can't. I'm not gonna just sit here and try to get clickbait and like
Yeah.
talk about just the fight. This is Fight Junkies, and I've been fighting my whole fucking life.
Yep.
And so have you.
Yep.
Obviously, we've
been fighting, and we were junkies.
Yeah, that's why I love it. I say it all the time. You're goddamn right. I'm a junkie. Fight Junkies, baby. Let's go. Like,
Let's
share,
go.
subscribe.
Yep.
Marcus Deegan.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother.
We're out.
We're out.